Copyright disclaimer. Citation of articles and authors in this report does not imply ownership. Works and images presented here fall under Fair Use Section 107 and are used for commentary on globally significant newsworthy events. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Community Guidelines Disclaimer. The points of view and purpose of this video is not to bully or harass anyone, but rather share that opinion and thoughts with other like-minded individuals curious about the subject. Hello, UCU family members and comic heads out there! This is your friendly host, Ninjetta of UnitedComicsUniverse, bringing you all this comic excitement. Things to remember before you watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier Leaks, Rumors, Plots. Once we hit that 500 subscriber mark, we'll be giving away a Nick Fury Pop, but you better not call him Nick. And once we reach that 5,000 subscriber mark, we will be giving away a PlayStation 4 or 5. It'll be your choice when the time comes. In order to be a winner of these awesome prizes here at the channel, all you have to do is comic smash that subscribe button, then comic punch that notification bell so you can get notified when we go live and upload a video. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome to your
UnitedComicsUniverse.
A universe for fans.
From pages to pictures, we are comics.
We are movies, we are television, we are the pages in your books, and we are comics. Now let's get into your comic excitement. Okay, now with Falcon and the Winter Soldier being the next big Marvel release, there's all kinds of rumors and plot leaks and everything flying around the internet, and nobody really knows what's gonna happen. So, we're gonna tell you everything we've heard, even if the first thing we say here is the opposite of the next thing we say there. So, if you've heard something that we haven't covered, please let us know in the comments. Alright, here we go. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is after the events of Endgame. After old Steve Rogers granted Sam the shield to become the next Captain America, the government enlists their own Captain America. Sam Wilson will not become the new Captain America because he didn't sign the Sokovia Accords. Thunderbolt Ross dismisses Sam and enlists John Walker to take the mantle of the next Captain America instead of Sam. Thunderbolt enlists John Walker to take down Zemo before he plans another attack on the United Nations. Zemo brainwashes Walker by putting a chip in his brain, causing him to go mad. Zemo's plan is to use these chips around the world to control people, but mostly super soldiers. Walker goes mad and Thunderbolt enlists Sam and Bucky to step up and defeat Walker and Zemo before it's too late. In the end, Sam and Bucky defeat Walker and Zemo, with Sam becoming the new Captain America. Thunderbolt teases the buildup of the Thunderbolt/Dark Avengers. Agent 13 is leading Sam and Bucky. They're doing missions for the government to repair their reputation after the events of Civil War. Some want Bucky to serve life in prison for his crimes. Not really fair if you ask me. He's haunted by his past. Publicly, he is charming and witty, but when he's alone, he is clearly struggling. Very distrusting of authority because he never wants to be used as a weapon again. Agent 13 is the only one he trusts to command him and says to her and Sam, "Out of all of us, you're the most like Steve." US Agent fights like Cap but hits harder and is more brutal with the way he uses the shield. Sam and Bucky still fight and butt heads, but it's with a trust and love. They call themselves Blip Brothers when talking to Batroc about where they've been. Flagsmasher is not a major character, just a side character used by Zemo as a distraction. For the record, it also looks like Flagsmasher from the comics, whose one person, or entity, is actually going to be a group of people. Steve does not die. There's a funeral, but it's for General Ross. He's not really dead, he's going underground now. From the comics, both Baron Zemo and Thunderbolt Ross started their own iterations of the Thunderbolts. John Walker is not a full-on villain. He genuinely wants to do what's best for the country, but he follows orders to a fault and has crippling PTSD. Don Cheadle will be making an appearance as James Rhodes. Omega Red and Batrocleaper are indeed in the show. They're the villains of episode 3, which is the Madripoor episode. Omega Red is pretty nerfed for the MCU. Songbird does not appear, neither do the Inhumans in any capacity. Sam ends up accepting the role as Captain America. Bucky and Sharon end up together. Ross is trying to recreate the super soldier serum again, which leads to him becoming Red Hulk. Also, we will see an intelligent Red Hulk approaching Zemo after Zemo has been microchipped with a bomb in his neck to recruit him for the Thunderbolts. John Walker and Flagsmasher are trying to steal a bioweapon. With Sharon Carter's help, they're able to stop them in episode 3. The captured Zemo leads them to Madripoor. They shake Walker down in the streets. Batroc and Omega Red attack them in a bar. Zemo escapes on a speedboat and makes a public broadcast. In episode 4, Zemo's followers rise up in the streets, which leads to vigilantism. Patriot is the main focus. Him and Walker take on a gang together, but he intervenes to stop Walker from killing them. Walker then brutalizes Patriot, which was Zemo's plan. Sam meets with Rhodey to discuss being a superhero. Episode 6, Sam, Bucky, Sharon, Walker, and Patriot suit up together to take on Zemo in his Alaskan shipping boat base where he plans to launch his bioweapon. From now on, there are some common threads through a lot of these leaks. Walker actually wanting to do what's right on the part of the country, but just not having it all together. The fact that Don Cheadle is going to show up as Rhodey, Bucky having a relationship with Sharon, and of course what happens with Sam as he sort of rises up to take the mantle of Captain America rather than it being given to him. Personally, I think it's kind of ironic that Bucky and Sharon Carter get together, Bucky being Steve Rogers' best friend and Sharon Carter being the descendant of Steve Rogers' wife. I think that's kind of funny. Kind of poetic, actually. Red Skull got freed from Vormir and returned to Earth. John Walker will be revealed as the villain. Falcon and the Winter Soldier are actually Zemo's henchmen. The government will use Zemo as a propaganda figure. Falcon will be a poor Captain America and will keep messing up. Sharon Carter will take the place of Black Widow. The Winter Soldier will once again be the villain. Sam and Bucky will become Team Captain America. Baron Mordo is stealing superhero powers. Rhodey will make amends with Sam and give him the push to be Captain America. The show is set to explore life after the blip. Limar Hoskins, Battlestar, will appear. Zola will make an appearance. He says that it might be his daughter, Jet, not Arnhem. There will be a lot of characters that are not expected to show up in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but none of them are mutants. Bucky and Walker will be working together to rescue the G20 leaders. Also, the Grapplers will be introduced. There will be Wakandans in the show, and Songbird will be introduced. The plot centers around a virus and emerging powered individuals, aka Inhumans. The Power Broker is present in the series. Sam gets the help of Bucky to fight low-level crimes. Sharon begs the government to replace Walker with Sam, but Sam and Bucky grow close with Walker, with Sam accepting Walker as the new Captain America. Walker gets a chip in his brain implanted by Zemo, resulting in Walker going rogue. Zemo plans to implant chips similar to the one he put in Walker on the entire population. He gets Rachel Layton, aka Diamondback, to help. Desperate, Ross and the government hire Sam and Bucky to stop Walker. Everett Ross return in major roles. Old Steve Rogers will appear in 2 episodes, possibly to give moral advice to Sam and Bucky. Yelena Belova and Emil Blonsky are expected to cameo. U.S. agent genuinely wants to do a good job and doesn't realize he's part of a bigger plan. Sam and Bucky have to work with Zemo to track the Alchemists, a crime syndicate. Zemo is essentially their hostage, but he has vital info. Zemo has a history with Guy. Bucky guilt trips him into helping him and Sam. He suffers another tragedy, which sets him up as a major villain in the future. John Walker is an absolute nutjob. Think Homelander inside Cap's body. Features a flashback scene of Steve and Sam before Civil War. Will feature a massive battle in the streets of a currently in rebuild Sokovia. Everything in the trailers is from the first episode except Madripoor and the shot of Zemo with his mask in hand, which is from the last episode. Therapy sessions are a bookend for the show. Every episode starts/is intercut with them, and Ross is watching. The show in general follows a villain of the week format, with the exception of Zemo, who is built across the 6 episodes. Sam isn't allowed the shield because of the Sokovia Accords. When Walker goes off the reservation and beats Eli Bradley in front of the cameras, the government tries to give Sam the shield for good PR. Ross will reappear to restrict Sam from being the new Cap due to his Accords violations. Zemo will attempt to trigger Bucky, who then pretends to be in Hydra mode before emptying the gun and saying he doesn't do that anymore. We will see some footage of Sam training in the Air Force Falcon program. During what seems like a crucial battle, it appears Zemo discovers one last trigger word: a deactivation code, knocking out Bucky instantly and presumably killing him. We then see Sam pick up the shield for the first time since being confronted by Ross. Bucky will work with US Agent as part of a government-mandated parole of sorts in exchange for charges against him being dropped. He is, however, highly suspicious of the serum given to US Agent and starts his own spy work. As part of his parole, Bucky also sees a government-mandated therapist who is revealed to be corrupt. He has a few flashback scenes with her in which more of his time as the Winter Soldier is revealed, including him finding about Steve Rogers' death and momentarily breaking programming, as well as him being ordered to kill Sam and other members of the Falcon program. Bucky winds up deciding to go on the run rather than work with US Agent and be complicit in further danger to society. Sam and Bucky go to an airport together undercover, and there's a funny scene involving Sam's wings and Bucky's arm going through TSA. There's a big reveal involving Steve opening a training academy in an alternate timeline. There's a really cool team up with Sam and Isaiah once Sam takes back the shield, with the two of them passing the shield back and forth. Zemo, Sam, and Bucky will team up before it's revealed that Zemo was involved in the creation of the mind-altering serum used on US Agent. Battlestar will turn against US Agent after seeing him brainwashed and go rogue. Each episode will have a post-credit scene. So, are you guys hype about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I know I am. Use your comic words and put them down below to let us know. And I just wanted to take a moment and to say this to the fans out there. You know, it doesn't matter if you're Marvel, DC, Images, Dark Horse, etc. Please remember, fans, that this is all for fun, so there's no need to take it too far. These comic book movies and TV shows are also fan-created, just on a higher scale. We can finally watch our favorite comic book characters that we have grown up loving and reading, and all about their life and their adventures. So please remember, this is all fun, it's not real. Please be sure to give us a like up, but the most important thing is to share, share, share. This is the only way we can get around the YouTube censorship, so please share the video! Also, hit us up on Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, Parler, Facebook, and Twitch. Please support us on Patreon or PayPal. All the links are down below, and your support is very much appreciated, and it helps us continue to put up these awesome videos for you. We Are Comics. Please check out some of our other videos like The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Origin of Flagsmasher, and more. Catch you superheroes and villains another time.